Hi, my name is Emily Cherkin, and I'm the Screentime Consultant. Today, I want to talk to you about habit-forming design. Even after all the time I've dedicated to helping educate parents and families about the role of persuasive technology and habit-forming design in technology and how we use our screens, I sometimes am surprised by even how I get pulled in still to certain apps or sites. I know the hooks, yet I still take the bait. For example, I've recently discovered a word game that I like to play in the New York Times app. It's just a spelling game, but it's one of those things I can kind of zone my brain out and just play. The challenge is it resets every day. So I have a certain amount of hours to get the maximum number of points to feel really good about how far I achieved. And of course, I'm competitive by nature, so it's easy for me to kind of keep checking back. It only takes a few minutes, but I know that at midnight or 3 a.m., it's going to reset, and I'm going to have to start all over again the next day with a new set of letters. Sometimes when I'm procrastinating, I go down a research rabbit hole where I read an article, it references another article, I click on that article, and before I know it, I'm reading about something completely unrelated to my initial search. I'm also embarrassed to admit that even when I post an article, like on Medium or somewhere on my Facebook page, I get sucked in to paying attention to how many views the article has or how many likes a post gets. I don't want to do that, but I do. And I'll admit, sometimes my ego gets a boost when I get something to go a little bit more viral or a few more likes than the previous post. I can get a little too invested. And of course, it always hurts when people are mean. And even if people are mean, one comment to every 100, that's the one I fixate on. I know, don't read the comments is a proverb of the digital age. But it's hard. Even though I know I shouldn't, I do. So what's going on here? Why, even as a trained expert with antenna tuned to these design tactics, am I still susceptible? Because each of these examples that I just mentioned contain habit-forming design elements. Persuasive design, as it's commonly known in the tech industry and increasingly known in our world, is the use of design elements to intentionally hook users and keep them engaged. Because bottom line, the longer we have eyeballs on a screen, an app, a site, the more money a company makes. And no one, not even experts, are immune to these tactics. So why does behavioral design work? Well, first, product developers are smart. I should know. I married one. They understand that they're not just creating something that provides a solution to a problem. They know that they need to make their product sticky so that people want to come back to it. And they know what works. And my spouse knows this. We talk a lot about it at home. One programming methodology is called the hook method. In the hook method, it relies on a sequence of 4 events that repeat to form habits. The first one, a trigger, will prompt an action that provides a variable reward, which in turn creates an investment in the product. For example, if I'm playing a word game on my phone, I might get a prompt that tells me that my daily challenge is available. I'm going to open the app and work on the puzzle. That's the action. When I finish, maybe confetti flies across the screen and it tells me how well I did relative to other people or my own score from the previous day. And of course, some apps say, if you do this a certain number of times, you get a free pack or a free set of games to play. Then I have to make a decision. Do I want to invest in the pack by paying a small fee or wait 24 hours for the next puzzle? The next day it starts all over again with another notification telling me that my daily puzzle is waiting. Another way of talking about this is intermittent variable rewards, which is the term that behavioral psychologists use. Really all that means is that rewards are coming at random intervals. They're not predictable, so you don't know when you're going to get a like or a notification or a new email. They're random. Ironically, back in the days of the old school BlackBerry, when we would get push notifications in 15-minute increments all at once, it would decrease our desire to keep going and checking and refreshing because we knew that in 10 minutes or 11 minutes, we would get another download of information. The problem with push notifications today is that they arrive randomly, which drives our desire to check to sort of insane levels. Max Stossel of the Center for Humane Technology talks about the smartphone as a slot machine in our pockets. And he's right. We keep pulling it in the hopes that we're going to get a new notification, a new like, a new post, a new comment. The unpredictability is what keeps us coming back. In order to build a sequence using this habit-forming design, developers ask themselves these questions. What pain am I relieving? Usually it's boredom. What will prompt users to open applications? Usually a push notification. What does it take to get positive feedback? Completing the puzzle. What reward can we offer that leaves people wanting more, like a punch card or buy five, get one free? And finally, what kind of investment do people have to give in order to get what they want? A small fee, a punch card. Obviously, the designers of the games know us and they know what we're going to click on. So people often say to me, okay, so what? Why does this matter? On their own, these elements might seem benign or even annoying, right? We get notifications all day long, but they're very effective when they're skillfully combined. And even when we're fully aware of their manipulative powers, we can still become targets of a well-funded marketing industry. As adults, we have control over this. We know that we're making a choice most of the time. For children, this is really different and problematic because they don't know and they don't make that choice because they don't have the brain capacity, skills, development to understand when they're being marketed to or when something is trying to increase their involvement or hold their attention for longer. Next time, we'll talk about some examples of habit-forming design, and maybe you'll find ways in which it impacts you in your own life and encourage you to start to think about how you might change some of the choices you make or the behaviors you participate in to help decrease your scrolling and increase your real-world attention. Thank you very much. And if you're wanting to find out more, you can check out my YouTube videos or more information on my website at thescreentimeconsultant.com. Have a great day. We'd get another fresh dump of information. Should I not say dump?